will not enable your silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, tryna give you a breakthrough. Cause it one way, Jesus is God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics. So let me see y'all, Jesus is God. You can try to change my mind if you think that's around. Don't manifest on me, buddy, just be still and be calm. Cause today I'm gonna teach you about the real of Islam. Just keep it sincere and I'll make you a kafir. Hus don't be kabir, habibi should be shakir. Who's the one true God? Yours cannot compare, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Why I have no fear. Hey, step up and see if all the energy remains. Spend your days in the mental gym and never see no gains. I'm yet to see the evidence to represent your claims. Now I'm starting to think everything you ever said is strange. The scriptures that I'm reading don't need anyone to change. Anything they say so you don't get to run away. Just know that I'ma hold you to whatever you might say. And God is great, I'm ready for you any time of day. I will not enable your silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, tryna give you a breakthrough. Cause it's one way, Jesus God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless. Be not afraid, I'm a man of respect. I love the Lord in his hand I project. That's why your ignorance has no effect. And why you ain't sinking your fangs in my neck. You vipers have wisdom but you lack the innocence. Islam ain't blissful when you have to live in it. Y'all go against the verse if you ain't feeling it. Make up excuses and add something into it. We not the same, his word is the proof. The fact that you lacking, I'm packing the boot. You panic attacking, I'm slapping with truth. And that's why you have to react like you knew. But we don't have children to marry for one. And we don't have orders to hurt anyone. I know your demons are hurt cause we won. But you can be free if you turn to God's son. You silly old fables. You lie on my God, and I'm flipping some tables. Bible, make no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, tryna give you a breakthrough. Cause it's one way, Jesus is God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless.
Salam al-Masih, y'all. This is one of the first times I got my headset back on, but that is because we got a guest with us today. Today, y'all, I have called in one of the top apologists. You may know him from over in Apologetics Roadshow. You may know him by the name David Wood, but around here, the man, the myth, the legend goes by the Islamic Delaminator. What's up, David? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Chris? Heard there was some shirk going on over here, man.
Hey, there is some shirk going to the left, a little bit of shirk going to the right. Hey, these Muslims, they be shirking it all night.
Oh, they shirk it. They shirk it.
So now I did let you know that I wanted to have you on here. I wanted to do a little bit of review, but I wanted to bring a little bit of the TikTok into here as well, because you see a lot of the stuff going on YouTube that people post here and there, but you don't get to see a lot of what's going on TikTok.
I don't see unless I hear it from you or Thaddeus or something like that.
Exactly. So I figured I would have you on today and we would go through a wonderful debate today between an Islamic apologist and a couple of Christians on a Christian panel. Now, the person that's debating today, though, his name is Central Dawah. And I heard like a couple of weeks ago that he was going to retire.
Yeah, I heard he was retiring too. So like, is this debate from like a year ago or something?
No. This is just a few days ago, actually.
I think the last thing I saw from Central Dawah, and it was when Thaddeus was, I think it was connected to Malik somehow. I don't remember why we were watching Central Dawah, but he was saying he's given up on Dawah, but he's got new plans for the future, some awesome plans, something no one's ever come up with before, because he invents this stuff. And what he came up with was he was going to play other people's videos and watch them and react to them. He said this was his new brilliant plan.
Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna react to stuff.
I've never in my life seen any channel on YouTube that reviews or reacts to videos.
Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy? And he could react to all kinds of things, right? Like he could play some old song that he's never heard before, but that everyone likes, and then react to it. You know what I mean? And be like, oh, yeah, here are my thoughts on this song as I'm listening to it. You know what I mean? Like, how did no one think of this before?
That almost makes sense. I'm not sure how nobody has actually done this before. That, you know what? Just because Central is doing it, maybe I'll start doing reaction and review videos as well. I think that's what I'll do too. Excellent.
Yeah, imagine like someone's never heard like great classic rock songs or great old school rap songs or something like that. They've never heard it before, like Central Dawah, and he could play something and react to it for the first time. It's just genius, man. It's a genius idea.
Wow. The things that come from Central's mind, he blew my mind when he said that Allah created trains. It blew my mind. I did not know Allah created trains.
Maybe he meant like the train that was run on Muhammad.
That could be. That now Allah did probably create that one.
Because he had to, because he needed Muhammad to have the strength of 30 men. So he came up with a plan. He's the best of planners.
Now, didn't you say that back then that they would the seed of another man would give you the strength of men or something like that? What was that about?
Yeah, that's so this was a weird belief in certain cultures from back in the day. But yeah, they believed that a man could inject his manliness and virility into another man. And this was mainly thought of as during like adolescence and so on. But the more you got injected when you're young, the stronger you're going to be, because they're basically putting all their manliness seed in you and so on. Apparently Muhammad heard about that and he's like, wow, I missed out on that. But if that works, then sign me up. And he decided to become the manliest, most virile person who's ever lived. So he got the strongest, manliest, most virile men around. There was a saying back then. Raymond Ibrahim told us about this, but there was a saying back then. The penises of the men of Al-Zut never go limp. They're always ready. They're always ready to. And so Muhammad said, these are the guys for me. So took him out in anyway, that was one train. But then you got the Dawah trains. Remember Malik shared all this stuff about all the Dawah guys running trains on so they do their Dawah during the day. They get all their video clips. Hey, look, here's me handing out a Quran. Send your donations. And then they hit the clubs afterwards and take a lady, or sometimes maybe not a lady, back to the hotel room and run their trains. And you got the Warner. He likes to watch. That's why people started calling him the Watcher and stuff. So yeah, there's no telling what kind of trains. There's no telling what kind of trains Central Dawah was talking about there.
Now, if Central is meaning the train in the situation with Muhammad in the Zut Nation, and or the train situation that the Dawah guys have while they're out doing their Dawah, then I can actually believe that. But if it's the actual trains that we sit on to ride across country, you're gonna have to find something else there, Central. That one's not gonna hit too well. That one's not gonna hit too well. But before we get into the video, I'm just going to go through the few super chats that we got here so far. We've got that Kufar down there, recent answers. Salam Almasih, my brother. He said, how can David associate with Chris Claus, who needs dental work? I thought my teeth looked good. But I know. I'm probably going to be called out for platforming Mr. David Wood as well. But sucks to be the other people that don't like it. Anything you want to say, David?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's referencing, but that's a big thing now. You can't associate with this guy. You can't associate with AP. You can't associate with Thaddeus. You can't associate with this guy, with that guy.
Well, on a stream last night, I was told that a person by the name of Sam Shimon come out and told Avery that he shouldn't be platforming you because of your past and everything else like that, or IP shouldn't be as well because I'm pretty sure that I saw you on a review with God Logic and IP and Than, which was I think was an awesome review. But that's what that comment was over, I believe.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So we'll get on to the Dawah shirk. Salam Mama C says Central. I have no. Oh, Central Spermy do. Hey guys, God bless. That'd almost be like Baby Shark. When I love the picture too. Like, look at that picture he's got too.
I still got to hear that. I see everyone referencing the do, and I don't know. I still
You've
don't know
never
what that
heard
is.
you've never heard the Baby Shark?
No.
Do.
If I search for Baby Shark, is that going to pop up, or do I
Yes,
need to put the do?
No, you just search up Baby Shark and you'll get her. Patriotic Z, Salam Mama C's. He says, let's go, Imam and Dizzle. Amen. We got Timothy in the house from Central Dawah to Central Bore. Yeah, I agree. On day 3. I keep reading your name wrong, my brother. Sorry, God bless. He says, God bless, brothers. God bless. On day 3 is actually going to be live with me on Thursday. I'm going to plan a live stream with on day 3. He's a new and upcoming apologist. And of course, y'all know that I love bringing new apologists out when I find them and introducing them to all of you guys. So we'll find a good topic for him to come live with me on. And we've got my milk brother in the building. Hey, salam al-Masih to Big Brother Scott in the building. He says, God bless you guys. Peace and love to you all. Now, I know not too many people may get the milk brother comment, but I bet you get the milk brother comment, don't you?
Oh, you talking about like if two guys nurse from the same yeah.
Hey, as we say, we have pedigree too. Hey, we have relatives that go all the way back to Work bin Nawfal and the simp. Now you would know the simp too, because there was 2 guys, they were going after a woman, and the guy with the bigger coat got the woman. The other guy didn't get the woman. So it was like, he is our relative. We don't really mention him much, but he is part of the family tree. So we got to throw him in there. I know Big Brother Scott gets mad at me all the time when I bring up the simp in the family tree, but sometimes you gotta. All right. So getting into.
I apologize for I zoned out for a second. I had to hear the Baby Shark song. What the craziest part is, it has 17 billion views.
Yes.
Billion with a B.
Yes. And you have finally just watched it. It's been viewed 7 billion or 17 billion times, and this is your first time viewing it.
You imagine that? That means, okay, however many people watch it, some of those people are watching it like 50 or 100 times.
Yes. If you have children, you can play that and you don't have to watch them. Right. So some of these parents out there that are really lazy, they can put music on, they just walk away. They don't have to watch the children and stuff like that. Right. So that's one.
Yeah, the real song is only 2 minutes long, but a bunch of people have like 60-minute versions and stuff like that. So, yep, looks like you can just, and even the 60-minute version, has 256 million views. So here we are talking about apologetics, doing polemics. We should just be making like Baby Shark songs, man.
I agree, man. So what we got here is, and I didn't even really know that this was going on until I looked at. Now y'all know that when I do my Dawah drama, y'all, when the imam brings you the Dawah drama, we go to 3 individuals on TikTok, and Sandra is one of them. She's one of the main ones. I love this sister Sandra. She actually has her own song in the Salam Mama C group as well. So if y'all haven't followed Sandra over on TikTok, you got to get over there. You can see all of the Dawah drama that she's putting in. Anything that Malik has got done, it's up here. But so what we're going to do is, I think it starts here.
Don't talk to me in email format. Stop acting like.
Nope, that wasn't that one. Possibly this one then.
Yo,
Yo,
bro, why is everyone coming to my live saying Central effed up again?
they don't know what they're talking about, bro.
What were they referring to?
Bro, we were trying to argue like substances and shit. Like, G1 came up to save Dion.
I can't hear you.
Create a substance and use that substance to create another substance. And he said no.
Yeah. Your connection's kind of bad.
Is that better?
Real bad. Real bad.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're good. Wait. Oh.
Holy, and I have no idea where Malik is, but that wind coming through his mic is extremely annoying. What do you think there, David?
That was pretty terrible. I wonder if Malik's mom's like, get out of the basement and get some fresh air. And he's like, okay, I'll go do my stream out there.
Oh, it's brutal. So we have here Malik confirming that he was messaged by people that Central done messed up again.
And that's again. So this is recent, right?
Yes.
What's crazy is how much these guys lie, and then Malik will lie to cover for anyone that's basically under his control. Central Dawah is one of those guys. But yeah, you remember Central Dawah dropping those N bombs and telling someone to get back on the slave ship and stuff like that. And so anyway, he said something like that, and then he came back into the same stream a little bit later and then said the same thing, and then came back into the stream later and said that it was no, that was AI. That was someone called in. What? Someone called in and made an AI that sounded like me saying some racist stuff. What? And then we had and then he apologized later, which is weird because he said he didn't do it. Then he apologized later, and then Malik was go, what are you going to do? He apologized, man. He apologized. And then Malik was defending it, going, what? Black people were on slave ships. What's the problem? Are you saying no? Are you saying they weren't on slave ships? Is that what you're saying? And it's like, gosh, this is Dawah, man.
It's Dawah 2026. As we stated at the start of the year, like this was going to be one of the worst years for Dawah that we've ever seen. And just in the first 6 months alone, David, have you seen a worst year for Dawah?
No, and we were in that awkward position of ending 2025 after seeing the insane stuff that happened in 2025. Dawah just crumbling. And all of us, just based on the trajectory, saying, we know it's going to get worse. We just have no idea how it's going to possibly get worse. It's so awful. But we can tell it just keeps getting worse. So it's going to get worse. We don't know how it's going to get worse, but we knew it was going to get worse. And let's just say we were more accurate prophets than Muhammad ever was.
Hey, I would agree on that one. Just taking 1 second here. I'm just making somebody a moderator into the chat now, because I saw Thaddeus say that he couldn't post links because he wasn't a moderator on my channel. And I was thinking, why isn't he? I thought he was. So I had to run over to YouTube and I just modded Thaddeus. Thaddeus, if there is any links that you need to put into the chat, because the chat was asking, you now have moderator privileges that you can do that, sir. All right. So let's continue. I want to hear Central's what he thinks of the interaction here first before we see it.
So you're just debating? Is that what they were talking about?
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
Bro, these
Hey,
kids don't know what they're
y'all
talking about.
fucking
Wallahi, if they were... Yeah, bro, it's just debating, bro. Bro, you know what they said?
What?
I tried to ask him, G1, he came up, right? And he said, I asked him, I said, if you plant a seed into the ground and that seed grows and it sprouts and then it becomes a tree, right? Is the tree the same substance as the seed? And he said, yes. And then I said, okay, so when you go to the store, when you buy seeds, you're actually buying a tree? And he goes, yes. And like, that was just basically what we were arguing about.
How does he not know this? Like, this is where the seed comes into a person. You see how he had that reasoning, right? So if you go to the store and you buy a seed, so therefore you have the tree. Well, if you have a seed, then you must have the whole thing, correct?
I guess that would kind of make sense of Muhammad and the men of Al-Zut. It's you actually have like an entire man being injected into you, but like 30 of them, and that's how you get the strength of 30 men.
That's exactly what I was thinking right there. If in fact this if in fact the sperm is in fact the man himself, then Muhammad would have been injected with millions of men, because it's not just one sperm that would have been released. It would have been millions. So hey, that'd have been like 30 million. Then maybe that's where he really got that strength from, David. It almost makes sense, but not really. All right. So we got Central Dawah's rendition of this. I do not want to keep playing Central Dawah anymore, but I do have to. Oh, wait. I do have to keep this up. I just have to go a little bit further to when they start talking.
Fucking philosophy, though. That's crazy. How do you get?
He says that Jesus is literally saying that he's the first one to be unalived and the first one to be, and the last one to be raised back to life. He's the only.
Okay, everybody heard this. Everyone heard Central Dawah say he was the first one to be raised back to life, or the first one born and the first one raised back to life. That's the reason why he believes that Jesus says he's the first and the last. You just heard him say that too, right, David?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we're about to hear Central say I didn't say that.
One that will do that.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is that no one else except for Jesus was resurrected in the Bible.
No, there was other people that were resurrected in the Bible.
Yeah. So basically, your whole argument falls apart that Jesus was the first and the last to be resurrected.
How does it fall apart?
Oh my God. So you said Jesus is the first and the last person to be resurrected from the unalivement, right?
Yep.
Yes, exactly. So no one else was resurrected except for Jesus.
No, other people were resurrected.
You have to wonder, like basically the sequence of events here. Like, was he always this stupid? And Dawah is just a field where you can be this stupid and it's fine? Or did Dawah make him this stupid, right?
Teach their own. But I think what Central's trying to do is to try to prove Muhammad right, that within so many lines of first cousin marriages, this is what you finally get, right? So maybe that's what he's trying to do, to show how Islam is true and Muhammad was right. Maybe that's it. I can't get over this. I just want to say this too, because Malik was out there promoting Central Dawah like he's the next best thing. Central and Cora and Itachi, they're going to be the new Dawah.
That's the dream team right there. They got the dream team lineup.
And look at what we're hearing. We saw what happened to Cora when Lady Logic was in front of her. That was completely horrible. we've seen that Korah has no idea who God is. Remember, God is spatial.
Oh, and not omnipotent.
No.
Said that to Elijah. Not omnipotent. He's spatial. He's temporal. He's Elijah said, that sounds like me. That's me. You're describing me right there. That's your God.
So we have, and then Atachi would have been the female that was in the 4v1 verse IP. She was in the 4v the 3v 3 verse 3 with the Muslims versus God Logic, IP, and Bell. But she basically just sat back and did nothing. And then after that, it was said that the Muslim Apologetics had to cancel his wedding because he cheated on his wife. Now, I'm not going to say he cheated on his wife with Atachi, but what I am going to say is he did it after that rendezvous with Atachi and the others. This is Dawah 2026, David. Dawah 2026.
Dawah is very strong.
It is. All right, Central. You keep showing us how strong your Dawah is, man.
Your whole argument falls apart. Are you not tracking?
Okay. Was anybody else crucified and then raised back to life?
That's not what you said. You said resurrected. That's not what you said. You said resurrected. You're already not tracking, brother. I'm sorry, but come on.
So again, is there somebody else on the panel?
Yeah, yeah.
If I said that he was the last person to resurrect, my bad. What I'm trying to say is, when Jesus says, "I am the first and the last, and the living one," I was dead, and behold, I am alive furthermore. Right? Okay. Mm-hmm. What you're trying to argue, right, is Yahweh says he's the first and the last in Isaiah. You're making the parallel to Isaiah, right?
Yes.
And then you're saying that, okay, Jesus says, "I am the first and the last" in the book of Revelation. Therefore, Jesus shares the divine title of Yahweh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So even if I can grant you the entire argument, right? Showing that you showing that a title.
What?
Oh, thank you.
What? How can you grant that argument?
I would just have to add, the first and the last are also, since Central's a Muslim, those are also two of Allah's 99 names. And it's Surah 57, verse 3, where Allah calls himself the first and the last. So in Isaiah, Yahweh calls himself the first and the last. In the Quran, Allah calls himself the first and the last. And in Revelation 1, Jesus calls himself the first and the last. And Central just granted the entire argument. Okay, he's using a title that is a title of God in both the Bible and the Quran, and Jesus uses it for himself. Hey.
Oh, sorry about that. I muted just because I had people that were talking. Okay. I didn't want to interrupt you when you were talking. But we also, I think I just seen one of your stalkers down in the super chats, and I'll deal with that when we get to the super chats a little bit later on. All right. So come on, Central. You cannot grant this argument. If you grant this argument, you are stating that Jesus is God. Therefore, you can't grant the argument. And the Christian here is like, oh, thank you. Then Jesus is God. Thanks for granting the argument.
Yeah, Central, it's easy. All you have to do is say, okay, perfect. That's all you have to do, man. Just say, okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect. And then just keep going. It doesn't even it wouldn't even matter what you're saying as long as you said, okay, perfect, and kept going. That's the Korah way right there. All right, Central. I need you to commit shirk here for us shortly, man. I know it's going to happen.
That is shared does not automatically prove that Jesus is ontological to the Father. That's number one.
Okay, right? Perfect. So you literally just granted me that Jesus is God, because when you're saying that's literally
how am I granting it?
My brother, you're granting me my argument. My argument is Jesus being the first and the last means he's eternal, because being first and the last means you're eternal. It doesn't mean you're the first to be resurrected and the last to be resurrected, which is not true for Jesus anyways. So do you have a good argument against this, or are you just gonna bring up weird arguments the entire time?
Yeah, if I'm granting you the argument for the sake of the debate, then yes. right? The argument is usually first and last is the title of
so
eternal.
address it. What does it mean for Jesus to be the first and the last?
Okay, so you need to answer the question. Does sharing a title with someone necessarily mean that you're ontological to that someone?
Is that what I said?
So
Is that what I said?
can
You
if
have
someone
said
calls
that instead of
really
making
quick,
the
just
jump.
really quick before you go further, Central.
Pretty simply for you. I'm gonna lay it.
Can I just say one thing, brother? Hold on.
Grace,
Central. If someone, I was just gonna say, if someone calls himself the first and the last, is that shirk?
No, I'm the first and the last.
So if Muhammad says, it's not shirk,
God, this guy. You're the first and the last.
Yep.
You're
I'm the first and the last. Yeah, I am the first and the last.
doesn't Allah call himself?
He said he's the
doesn't
first and the
Allah-
last. Oh
Yep,
my
I'm the
God.
first and the last.
Hold on, Central. Doesn't
Oh my
Allah call
God.
himself the first and the last?
Yep.
What?
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Central.
What?
Uh-oh.
Central, my brother. Brother,
What?
you're the first and the last.
Yeah, I'm the first and the last.
Oh my.
So, David, did you know that Central Dawah was the first and the last? Did you know that?
I did not know that. So again, that's a title of a law, according, Muslims often believe they can just play around with stuff from the Bible and mock it and joke about it and stuff like that. But that's a title of a law. He just claimed for himself 2 of Allah's 99 names. And you could say, hey, I'm first in line or something like that, or I was last out of the office. Islam allows those kinds of things, but to say I am this came up recently with Ali Dawah, saying that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And like the truth, that is one of Allah's 99 names, Al-Haq. And you can say, hey, I speak the truth or something like that, or
I'm truthful.
Yeah, you could say things like when you say I am the truth and it's one of Allah's 99 names, let's just say that would be frowned upon by various Muslim scholars. But here it's think if you were saying the truth. By the way, Al-Hallaj was a Sufi, and he stepped out and said, I am the truth, and they executed him for it. They executed him for taking one of Allah's names and applying it to himself. And that's how seriously they took that back then. All of a sudden today, you got Dawah guys. I'm the first and the last, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I'm the Haq, and I'm the... My goodness, man.
But you notice they're doing it in Western countries. They wouldn't do this in an Islamic country.
Nope.
If they said this in an Islamic country, we wouldn't see them anymore.
Nope.
Like over there, David, if you were to commit shirk in Islam, is that forgivable?
No. You've got Quran passages that say Allah will forgive any sin except shirk. But you do have people who committed shirk and were forgiven, like, Muhammad's original companions had all committed shirk. So Muslims would usually try to reconcile that by saying that, if you die, there are certain things that Allah will forgive you. He might just say, hey, yeah, you murdered a bunch of people, but I'll let that slide. But the shirk, he's not going to let that sort of thing slide. So you have Muslims who interpret it like that. And you'll also have Muslims who interpret that along the lines of, if you committed shirk in a state of ignorance where you didn't know better, then Allah can forgive you that. But if you're supposed to know better, if you're supposed to know better and you commit, then he's not going to forgive it. And so should a Muslim who's out there on the front lines of Dawah, should he have some clue what he's talking about? I would guess. Should he know what the Quran says? You'd think so. Should he know that those are 2 of Allah's 99 names that he just applied to himself? You'd think so. So I don't know. Old Central Dawah might be in a bit of trouble.
I agree. Now, this part of the live stream, I'm going to highlight one of my brother Word Nas songs right here. Hey, y'all, let's get it for. Oh. Hey. Come on, Central. We got this song for you, brother.
Roll that shirt and that shirt, that shirt, shirking that shirt and that shirt, shirking that shirt. in that shirt. Shirking that, shirking that shirt. Shirking to the left, shirking to the right. Didn't no one tell you all that shirking ain't right. Shirking all day and you be shirking at night. Shirking till it hurt cause you be shirking it for life. Shirking that shirt, in that shirt. Shirking that, shirking that shirt. Shirking that shirt, in that shirt.
Hey, that's some shirt going on up in there, Central. Come on now, man. Come on, man. What we doing here? What we doing here, Central? You just out here shirking it around, man.
Hey, Chris, you should make an easy video called shirking versus twerking, right? And you come up with your top list of, you know, Megan Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj or whatever, whoever, the ones who are known for twerking, and have a battle versus who's the best at shirking. And so who's best at shirking? Well, Central's definitely up there. Ali Dawah, pretty much any of the Dawah, except the kind of more old school guys who are more careful and stuff like that. But I mean, all the like new popular ones are all like, they commit shirk like it's a sport.
Maybe who's been twerking for the shirking? That could be a title right there.
Twerking for the shirking.
There it is. There it is. Thank you. That will be another live stream. The Dizzle has just formulated my new live stream coming later this week. All right.
Hey, you've been around. I was still in prison, and some song came out, and guys were playing it there in the prison, and it was Whistle While You Twerk. I didn't know what twerking was back then. I was like, what the heck is twerk, right? I kept hearing them play the song Whistle While You Twerk, which was that was a modification of the old song Whistle While You Work. But anyway, they made a twerk song out of it. I didn't know what that was, but yeah, now we need a Whistle While You Shirk song.
There we go.
We could just play Dawah clips and then have some whistling after it.
Hey, you just made a song request, and I know Walk with the Spirit is going to, he's either here now watching, or he's going to be on team replay, but he's going to be watching, and that is the person that does our music for the original Quran Only Christians. The playlist that you did see there on the Word Nye, he's the one that's been helping out with the Word Nye, and he did my song, the One Way Apologetics opening song, and I've been working on a diss record against Malik. I have about 5 songs that we've created so far. I'm going to put together 3 more songs, and then I'm going to put out my record because didn't you know, David, that Malik still has 1 more record that he's supposed to do, isn't it?
Well, when you were saying this, I'm like, well, I mean, I actually thought, hey, I don't know what Chris's music skills are, but I can guarantee whatever he comes up with, it's going to be better than anything Malik's ever made.
Hey, I think my album is going to do better than Malik's album. That's it. I'm claiming it right now. I bet you I get more views on my music than Malik gets on his.
And Chris, are you gonna like offer to pay people to listen to your stuff like Malik had to?
No. To me, I think that people should just like to listen to it. Because I'm not like Malik. I don't like to sue people to get my money, and I'm not a Mossad agent, so I don't have that $7,000 a week from Mossad as well that I'm able to start throwing out like he can. But that's my bad. My bad on that one. All right.
Hang on. For anyone who's new here, doesn't know what we're talking about. If you search for Dr. Malik, that was his rap name, some articles will pop up about all the scams and scandals he's been involved in. But yeah, one of them was he wanted people to think that people actually like his music. So he told a bunch of people that he would pay them to show up at the club and go crazy for his concert and stuff like this, and he would pay them hundreds of dollars each and so on if they showed up and cheered for him and so on. So anyway, they did that, and then he didn't pay them, and then they're all mad. But
well, he give them a reason though. He said you didn't cheer enough. You weren't like apparently.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah. So
that was his justification. Okay.
Yes. Yep. So apparently they should have been cheering louder. And
so hang on. You're telling me these people who showed up were paid to cheer, and the music was so bad they couldn't even get into it, like even when they're getting paid?
I would have been jumping around like I was losing my head if I was getting paid. I couldn't care if it was Baby Shark that was being played right there. That would have been my favorite song. I'd have been dancing all over the place. I'd have been screaming, jumping. I'd have been having a great time if I was getting paid for it. But if the music was that bad that the people wouldn't even cheer or dance or anything for the music and they're getting paid for it, how bad is it?
That seems pretty terrible. And yeah, we wonder why that career failed, but apparently he's got one more album coming out.
Hey,
this will be the one.
And he's supposed to have the biggest podcast known to man, David.
Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah, that was for anyone who missed that, he was going, and I'm going to have I want to have the biggest podcast, and I'm going to interview everybody, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And it's like, dude, you live in total fantasy land. You'd think he'd learn his lesson. People just don't like him, right? Once they find out anything about him, they really don't like him. They don't like his music. They don't like the way he talks. They don't like anything about him. How? Like the idea that, hey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have the biggest show in the world. And he has trouble getting like 30 people watching him live on TikTok. It's like, that's the messed up combination when you have a narcissist, but no talent. Because you can have a narcissist with talent, and that's the sort of person who might blow up. It's going to have problems because he's a narcissist. But when you have a narcissist with no talent, they just get madder and madder at the world because the entire world is supposed to love everything they're putting out because they think it's great to themselves. They think it's great, but then no one else wants anything to do with it, and they think you suck. And so you get madder and madder at the world because the world is supposed to recognize how great you are, and the world just doesn't cooperate. And then you get mad at the world, and then you end up like a whiny little doxer.
And I agree with that. Because I knew somebody who was a narcissist, and I played baseball with him. I played on a really good baseball team. I played on the Eastern Canadian Championships, and also played on the Canadian team when it went to the Worlds. But in the picture that we had, he was so good. He'd tell you he's that good, but he was like this man. Like he back then he was younger, but now he's a man. But back then, like we were winning everything on his back. Like he was striking people out. He was maybe one run a game if they were lucky. Like he was a really, really, really good pitcher. But that's what it means. If you're narcissistic, you have to be that good. Because if you're not, then you're just a failure like Malik. But anyway, let's get back into Mr. Central Dawah. Maybe he's got a little bit better explanation of the first and the last, because shortly we're about to jump to another clip, but we'll watch the rest of this one here.
Yeah, I was the first one to walk out of my house today, and I'm the last one to walk back in. What's the problem?
Okay, perfect. So you see how he qualified it there? Jesus didn't qualify it.
He does qualify. That's the point I made earlier.
So wait. So Central, you're not tracking. You said Jesus is the first and the last because he's the first to be resurrected and the last. Then afterwards, I asked you, is Jesus the only person to be resurrected in the Bible? You said no. I told you your whole argument falls apart. You said, no, that's not true. You're not tracking. You're not tracking.
So again, you're mixing two different claims. I never argued that first and last equals first and last resurrected, okay? If you misheard me, or if again,
whoa.
If you misheard me, we all heard you and we didn't mishear you, dude. You just he said it because he thought, hey, here's a good theory. Then it got shot down instantly, and then what? I never said that. You misheard me. Oh my goodness, man.
Do you remember at the start of this video when I said, everyone remember that he just said this, because I can almost guarantee in a few minutes he's going to say he never said it?
I do recall you saying that and pointing that out.
Central.
Hey, Central, you should go back to your no. Someone hacked into my stuff, and then it was AI that said that. I never said that.
That was so bad too. Like, how can you apologize and then say it was AI and then come back and apologize for it? You're admitting that you just lied about it being AI. I can't with these people. I can't. All right, a little bit more here, Central.
Again, if I misspoke, I apologize.
You're just arguing with stupidity. You're just arguing with
I'm
stupidity.
not, brother. You don't need to use rhetoric. I'm not using rhetoric. We can just talk. We can just talk, bro.
Oh my god.
We can just talk. I literally said if I misspoke,
Not really using intelligence either.
So reiterate. What's your argument against Jesus being the first and the last? Why does that not mean he's eternal?
Okay. You're attacking a claim I never made. The book of Revelation is about a divine title, not a resurrection ranking. Okay. So go back to your argument. Can you please restate the argument? Because all you did is say Jesus claims to be the first and the last. Therefore, he's God.
Perfect.
You never really made an argument. I made it for you. I'm the one that correlated it back to Isaiah. I'm the one that I kind of made your argument.
Okay, good. So Central. You see, I'm sorry, but this is really unbelievable. You know, there are 103 people in the chat. All of them understand my argument except for you. You're the only one that doesn't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying Jesus saying I'm the first and the last means he's eternal. Therefore, he is God. So what's your argument against it? Because you didn't present anything.
Okay, you're jumping.
Yeah,
You're jumping. Okay, this is your argument.
Same verse. How am I jumping?
Sorry, go ahead.
If you look at Muslim commentaries on Allah being the first and the last, it will say he's the first because nothing can come before him, and he's the last because nothing can outlast him. And so just do the math here. If Jesus is the first and the last, then he's eternal. That's what the guy just pointed out. He's eternal. Nothing can come before him. Nothing can come after him.
Mm-hmm. And
that means that he didn't just pop into existence at some point and then be taken up to Allah and then come back and he's going to die, right? That's not what that title means. Nope. And so your job as a Muslim dawah would be to show what Jesus meant that isn't a claim to be divine. He only came up with one alternative, and that was, it means he was the first to rise from the dead. And then what the heck, what's the last mean? Was he the last to rise from the dead? What's going on? Mm-hmm. So that didn't work. Okay, what's your explanation for what Jesus meant there?
And we never actually get an answer. But let's see how Central fumbles through this, because it's about to get even shirkier very shortly.
I'll tell you how you're jumping. You're saying first and last equals eternal, therefore Jesus is God. Okay. Even if it implies eternity alone doesn't make someone God. Okay. Angels and prophets can be eternal life givers and function. And
did you hear that?
Did he just say angels are eternal?
I'm gonna back this up. I'm gonna give Central I'm gonna give him the man. Central, I hope you didn't say this, man. Oh, I hope you didn't say this, but I'm gonna say that you didn't say it. Maybe we heard something else. Maybe we construed his words. So what I'm going to do, Central, is I'm going to back this up just a few seconds.
It's good.
And we'll
trying to help him. That's good.
Yep. That's what we're doing here. That's what
always
we
want
do
to be
here.
charitable. Always want to be charitable.
That's what we say.
Therefore,
interpret everything in the best possible light. Give these guys every chance. We can't.
Hey, I don't want to put upon another man this type of shirk. That would be wrong of me, David. That would be wrong.
Yeah, because that's a serious issue, right? I mean, committing shirk as a Muslim, that could be dangerous. So, yeah, we want to be very, very careful about accusing someone of shirk.
That's right. So everyone listen very carefully and let's hear what Central says here.
Even if it implies eternity alone doesn't make someone God. Okay. Angels and prophets can be eternal life givers and function, and eternity doesn't equal divinity. Okay. So you agree? Can I finish?
Oh no, he did say it. My God, Central. You just said that angels can be eternal and life givers. Ooh. Wow.
Co-life givers with Allah, I guess.
How is that not shirk?
Oh, it's shirk. Hey, Chris, I'm gonna need you to send me a link to. You can send it later, but send me the link to that video. I don't know if I want to make. I might just make a little video about this in particular, and show them what the actual sources say and so on. But I might need to do a shirk compilation because it's just happening left and right here, man. It's getting awful shirky.
Yeah, hey, I know, David. I warned you a little bit that you was gonna hear a little bit of shirk, but I didn't fill you in on all this shirk. So I can see you being overwhelmed from the shirk that you've been receiving today. So yes, I'll definitely send you the video that we're reviewing today.
I'm just grabbing something real quick. 1 second. And let me try and put something up on the screen real quick.
No problem.
1 second. Just for everyone's edification. And so people know we're not making stuff up. All right. Now look.
There you are.
This is the Haleli Khan. This is the translation they give out to Hajj pilgrims and so on. Haleli Khan translation, but they add a little commentary in parentheses here and there. But look at their commentary. They add on Surah 57, Surah 57, guys, verse 3. He is the first. Who? Matter of fact, let me start at verse 1. Whatsoever is in the heavens and the earth glorifies Allah, and he is the Almighty, all-wise. So it's talking about Allah. His is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. It is he who gives life. Well, he and, of course, angels, according to Central Dawah. And we could go ahead and point out Jesus, according to the Quran, also gives life. He makes clay birds and then gives them life. It is he who gives life and causes death, and he is able to do all things. He who, Allah, is the first, meaning what? Nothing is before him, and the last, nothing is after him. The most high, nothing is above him, and the most near, nothing is nearer than him, and he is the all-knower of everything. So here you have Allah is the first and the last, and we have Central Dawah saying that he's the first and the last, that it's no problem for Jesus to be the first and the last, and that angels are also the first and the last, and they also give life. So Dawah 2026, guys. Dawah 2026. Central Dawah 2026.
And the sad part about this, David, is he was saying it with his chest too. Like he was proud that he was saying that.
He's proud of that.
Whew. I hope that his brothers and sisters are just as proud as Central Dawah is on his shirk. All right. So let me get this back up here. We do only have a few more minutes. David, when you do need to step up or get up and step away, just let me know.
No, that changed. That changed.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. No, my wife messaged me. I'm good.
Oh, okay. So let me go ahead and read some of the super chats here because I was actually just going to hold off the super chats until that time. So since we don't have to, we'll just go ahead and read some of the super chats to get through them. 9 Jen's cousin marriage. Why 12th Imam fell in a well.
Yep. So 9 generations of first cousin marriage is why the 12th Imam fell in a well, and 40 generations of first cousin marriage is why Central Dawah thinks he's the first and the last.
That is exactly true.
Hey, Chris, like seriously,
yes.
On a serious note, I'm sure you remember Daniel Hakikachu defending first cousin marriage and wanting more of it, claiming that first cousin marriage is what keeps people dumb enough to not leave Islam. And so he wanted more first cousin marriage to basically keep intelligence levels constantly dropping, which will keep people from leaving Islam because they won't be able to think very carefully. But you can grant all that and say, okay, that's probably the best strategy you guys have, but you got to think about it. Like, the dumber people get, the more shirk they're going to commit, because they won't understand the rules, and they won't understand terms, and they won't understand how they're committing shirk because they're too dumb. So, Daniel, it's kind of a trade-off. Yeah, they'll be dumber, and so they won't be able to think very clearly or process arguments carefully. And so maybe they won't understand the Islamic dilemma. Maybe they won't understand all the problems with Islam. Yeah, that's the goal. Maybe if we keep people dumb enough, they won't understand all these arguments that tell them they need to leave Islam. Okay, but also you get this. You get people who are so stupid they commit shirk left and right and are too dumb to realize it. So you got to be careful, Daniel. Careful what you wish for, man.
And Daniel is under the view that if Daniel and Central were in an Islamic state, Daniel would be taking the life of Central for the word that he stated, because Daniel is under the agreement that shirk is capital punishment. He has no problem with it either. He believes it should be applied more often, actually. So Central, if I was you, I would probably stay away from Daniel Hikikachu in any Islamic state. I'm just letting you know. Hey, from me to you, Central, is from me to you. Let me help you. Help me help you, Central. Help me help you. I got you, man.
Thaddeus posted a comment. He said, the stupidity dilemma. Yeah, we might want to call it something else, but that is a dilemma.
It is.
That is a bit of a dilemma there.
I agree.
We need them to be stupid, but if we do, then yep.
All right, I think we have.
You know what's really crazy, Chris? It's this doesn't seem to bother them when they do it. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
If enough Muslims complain, then they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, or they'll make some excuse, but it's not like, oh my goodness, I just committed shirk, like publicly, like massive shirk. Oh my goodness, I need to go and seriously study and train myself so that I don't do that anymore. But none of them care even slightly. It's just shirk. These guys walk down the streets. They got shirk falling out of their pockets, man. They got shirk falling out of their pockets just walking down the street, and they don't care at all.
None. And as we saw at the start, and this is why I wanted to show the start, the discussion that Malik had with Central. Central is such an idiot, and he's so delusional of his own self and his own arguments, is that Malik was messaged on how stupid Central truly is, and that he messed up again, as Malik said. So even Muslims are saying to him, you done messed up. And what does Central say? Nah, man, I cooked them Christians. I cooked them.
Mm-hmm. That's how it worked. Yeah, that was like Korah when she said Allah's not omnipotent, and Elijah just starts cracking up and mocking her and said, "You're talking about a regular dude now." And she's going, "Yeah, you got baked. This is I have to say, I don't want to say it's good. It's good as far as like if they want to be popular and stuff like that. It's good that they have TikTok where there's enough people who are really stupid who follow this kind of stuff, but it's bad because there's nothing to stop them, right? It's just, hey, I'm gonna go live on TikTok and just shirk nonstop, and no one can do anything about it because I've got a following. Hey, you got Ramon Salam. He said, what surah was that that David Wood posted? That was Surah 57. Surah 57, and verse 3 is where Allah called himself the first and the last.
Yes, sir. So I'm just going to run through some of these super chats. Nordine, I know that you and David have your thing. But I'm gonna stand in the same place that Jay and DOC stand. That's my brother from another mother, but from the same father. And he also said that if you wanted us to read this over live, that you're gonna have to up that a little bit more. Come on now. I'm just saying. Hey, we got my brother, Big Brother Scott, in the building. He says, to the Christians, Jesus is fulfilling Deuteronomy 32:39 and 32:43 in Revelations chapter 1, 17 to 18, where Yahweh will atone for us. He is also fulfilling Isaiah 40, verses 1 to 3. Those that do not know Big Brother Scott, again, that's my milk brother, my brother from another mother, but from the same father. But this is also the man that if we're in debates or we're in discussions, this man will send us like 3 paragraphs full of any type of information we need. It could be a Jewish source, it could be an Islamic source, it could be the church fathers, it could be biblical verses put together and everything else like that. And basically all you got to do is read what he gives you, because he gives it to you in the right way to be able to do it. So God bless you, Big Brother Scott. Good to see you in the building. We got the Christian Gadfly in the building. Chris Kringle plus Santa Claus equals Chris Claus. Hey, I don't even mind that one, because that's what I use all the time. Because now, again, David, you probably remember the song A Boy Named Sue. A lot of other people may not remember that song, but I'm sure
Johnny
that you
Cash.
do.
Johnny Cash.
That's right. And that boy had to grow up pretty tough, correct?
Yep.
And I'm just saying, my parents kind of did that to me too. When you hit somebody with the name Chris Claus, you got Chris Kringle and you got Santa Claus, you just threw them together. Hey, you knew that that name was going to get teased when it went to school. But yeah, that's the way I put it as well. So my parents was basically like the parents of the boy named Sue. They named him that name to toughen him up, as to strengthen him. And I'm just going to assume that's what my parents did with me.
No, that's smart. That's smart. No, people should run their baby names past me, because I always think about how to make fun of the name. It just automatically, like we're about to name our first son, and my wife goes, "Ooh, I like the name Lucius," and I go, "Nope, someone's going to call him Luscious. Going to be fighting all the time." And so just we go through all the possible names like that. It was funny because eventually she eventually we met a guy named Lucius, and she asked him, she's like, "Hey, did kids call you Luscious?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Luscious, Bubba Luscious," and he just started going down the list.
Well, it makes sense. And I'm almost the same type of way, because back when we went to school, David, that was the thing to do to show your friends that you were friends with them. Like that's the type of, like, you were always calling each other names and whatnot, but that's what friends did back in the day. Nobody really went to blows over it too much, but today's days are a little bit different than the days back long ago that can be forgotten about now. Now, have you heard of the mustard seed dilemma, the Islamic dilemminator, and has it shaken your faith?
No, and I just have to say that really says something about Dawah, when this was Nadir Ahmed's argument for years, and we all thought it was the dumbest thing we'd ever heard in our entire lives. I've seen other Muslims quit using that stupid argument, and all of a sudden you got all these TikTokers and they're like, "Hey, we've got the new argument, the mustard seed dilemma," and it's like, you guys are getting worse than Nadir. He was already bottom of the barrel, and they're worse than him.
I was going to tell Nadir, won't you go claim your argument, man? Like, these Dawah guys are using your argument and trying to pass it off on their dilemma.
Yeah, Nadir, you need to pull rank on that, man. People just can't come along stealing your argument, dude.
Hey,
and then act like it's theirs and they came up with it.
Well, you know what's going to happen, David, if he lets this one go, in about another year, we're going to have Muslims promoting that Islam stopped alcoholism and stuff like that, right? They're going to steal the rest of his arguments, of course.
Hey, hang on. I can't tell if Ramon is joking here, but Ramon said, Ramon Salam said, David, on your video where you become young, how did you do it?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. How did you do it? Well, he had a mini-me. That's what that's what happened there.
Yeah, that's my oldest son, who was almost named Lucius, but I instantly thought of how he would be teased, and then I knew I'd be getting all kinds of calls and stuff like this. Mr. Wood, can you come to the principal's office? Your son beat up another 4 kids today, and then I got to worry about that stuff.
Hey, he's a big kid too. It's not like you may have had to worry about that because he is a big boy. Like, I seen him standing there, like, I wouldn't even want to say nothing to that kid.
No. He's basically the same size I was when I was his age. And so, yeah, I tell him, I was like, okay, look at me now. That's you at 50, basically. So we had the exact same like body type and height and everything.
Right on. We got Shakespeare in the building, and they say, David, you need a shirk alert light in the background whenever a Dawah guy commits heresy.
Oh, no, totally. No, I'm going to get one. I'm going to have it, and I'm going to have a button that I can push, and the alarm will go off whenever we got shirk. It's going to be rough because that alarm's going to be going off every 5 seconds every time we watch any of these guys talk.
Hey, Salam Mama C, we got Oz in the building. My brother from another mother, but from the same father. He says, I bet Malik's new album goes aluminum.
Hey, I saw one of the Muslims responding to Malik, and they're like, you just said this and this, and you say you're better than this? Dude, your last album didn't go cardboard. They said cardboard.
Oh. So, hey, Malik, hey, we are hoping your next album at least goes aluminum or cardboard. Hey, we hoping that for you, but I'm just letting you know, I know my album's going to go hard, and I know that my album is going to do better than yours. I'm just saying.
You know what Malik should do? He should make an entire album about what it's like to suck at everything. And that could actually have a little niche following, because there are people in the world who just suck at absolutely everything, and that might be like their jam. Like they might like resonate with that. Yeah, oh, this is my song, man. It's about sucking so bad at everything.
Well, we know Central would hear it.
Oh yeah, Central be the biggest fan.
All right, so let's get back over here to the TikTok, and because that's not the only video that we got for y'all today, let me go ahead and just drop the super chat down. We'll get back to the super chats here in a minute. So we are now going to the best one.
Oh no.
Yes. All right, Central, let us hear it.
Why you?
That's the Christian position now.
No. That's the thickness. No, you'll just say no. You don't give any explanations why. You just
Here, let me go ahead and just read this because Sandra does an amazing job on her videos, and I just want to make sure that I do read the things that she puts in her videos, because sometimes she does it for me too. So Central really thought he unlocked the secrets of human existence with "You used to be a sperm." Bro was arguing so confidently too. The whole time the panel sounded like they accidentally turned theology into a 7th grade science fair. The more he explained it, the worse it got. By the end, Central was talking like he solved philosophy with a biology worksheet and pure confidence. I love that. It just gets that story ready. All right, Central. Let us hear it.
Say that, right, God, right, cannot do anything which doesn't befit his majesty. You're giving it befitting this argument. The argument which we give here, right, is going to be metaphysical, right? Because we're saying that given the notion of creation, right, which is just going to be something coming into being without deriving from something existing. And the question which you're asking me, is it the case where God creates other things from other things? That's just going to be contradictory. It will just be change, right? Would be
What's the
creation.
contradiction?
It is creation.
What's the contradiction?
The contradiction is that creation excludes that something comes into being from something else.
Wait, hold up. That's a real dude?
When something comes into being,
yeah, the guy speaking right now is a real live human being.
Wow, I thought that was like some AI coolest voice you can come up with type thing.
No, that guy goes by the name of G1. He's really into metaphysics and philosophy and things to that nature. Now, I don't know much about G1 myself, but I do know that this is him speaking. For sure.
Does it come from something else? That's the form of the question.
No, that's not what I asked you.
Yes, it is. Because you asked me, is it the case that immaterial substances are used to create other substances? Right?
No, that's not what I asked either. That's not what I asked either.
You said material substances is going to be what God used to create other substances.
No, can God use immaterial substance to create another immaterial substance?
I already told you, no, he can't do that. But then,
why
the point of inquiry here,
why?
I just told you, because creation itself, because creation itself excludes a being, right, being made from something else. Instead, it's just going to be the transition from non-being to being. Whereas being made of implies the thing,
could
right?
God create that substance? And then use it?
Look, Central Dawah, look, let me just like teach you here. Look.
Yeah, so can God use that substance and create another substance?
Central Dawah.
Dude,
I'm just letting you know, this is how we really have to deal with Central over on TikTok. You're like, just shut up, Central. Just shut up and let me teach you for a minute. G1 is probably gonna lay down how the tree and the seed are the same thing, because the tree comes from the seed, of course, right? It would have the same essence, but it's not a different material created into that material, right? So, all right, give it to him, G1.
I'm trying to talk.
I just told you no.
But
I just told you no.
G1, I'm being honest, bro. Like, all jokes aside, G1, you talk a lot, brother. Okay.
I've been said no, and you keep asking the same question. Like, no checking.
So you're saying no to God. He cannot use a substance to create another substance.
I guess I've been saying no since for the past 20 minutes.
So I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Are you saying God doesn't use one substance to make it another?
I'm saying God can't do that, given the notion of creation itself.
God can't do that, given
the notion of creation. I'm going to give you an argument.
So beautiful. So then, are you the same substance as you were when you were a sperm drop?
Am I the same substance?
Here we go. Are y'all ready for the little sperm? All right, let's get it.
Since as I were as a
yes.
No, it wouldn't.
No, you're not.
I wouldn't be.
So you're a different substance.
I'm a different substance. No,
yeah. So God created you as a sperm, correct?
The sperm. No, that's not correct. No, that's not correct. The sperm isn't me, right? What's me is going to be the conjunction. Can you shut the hell up, Central Dawah? The sperm isn't me, so it's not
you're
me.
baked. You know you.
He's baked, David. He's baked. What's he baked on, though?
We were just talking about this in the past couple of days. We were just talking about this yesterday, I think, when we were reviewing IP's debate with the 4 Muslims, and none of them understand how puberty works at all. They don't understand that it's a process. They think it's something where you're going along, all of a sudden puberty, bam, you're an adult. And that's not how it works, right? It's a process that takes years. But I told IP, I was like, you need to make a video, take these clips and just explain puberty to these, because they don't, all their arguments are based on their ignorance of how it even works. Now, oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, Central. The sperm and the egg are called gametes. Neither one of those are you. That you don't have you don't have everything you need there, right? They combine and become a cell. That's called a zygote, right? That's called a zygote, and then that starts multiplying. That that anyway. Yeah, dude, you were not a sperm.
Oh, maybe he thought he was the fastest one, David. Maybe he thought he was the fastest one. But it gets worse. It gets worse.
Goodness, bro. Central Dawah, if you want to be a sperm, that's you, bro. But I'm not a sperm, bro.
You're,
So anyways,
you're the one that's a sperm, right? So if God used you as a sperm drop and made you into a... Wait, so did God...
You got created as a sperm, not me, bro.
Did God use you as a sperm drop and made you into a different substance after? Yes or no?
No, I already said no. So can I please explain?
So then you are a sperm drop.
No, that doesn't follow.
Okay,
I'm not a
were you
sperm
once
drop.
a sperm drop?
No, I wasn't once a sperm drop.
You were never once a sperm
Yo, G1, real quick. You know why it's funny, G1? I'll tell you why it's funny, G1. Real quick, Central, this is what
He really honestly thinks that he was an actual sperm drop. All right, Central. All right.
Wait, so when Muhammad was covered in sperm, his garment was basically genocide.
That's exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Aisha was getting rid of the evidence of genocide. Wouldn't you have to agree with that, David?
Yep. And Muhammad would wipe it on the wall and stuff like that. He's just massacring people on the wall. And so the sources, sometimes she would wash it off, she would scratch it off, she would have to scrape it off. And this is all like human beings, according to Central.
Well, and last time I checked, David, the sperm itself does not have every chromosome that we have as humans.
No, it basically has half. It basically has half.
Let me continue because the jokes are going to get plentiful and worse as we keep going. Let's get it.
where you're getting confused, brother. We believe, bro, it's okay. Look, brother, please don't yell my name.
God, this guy's manifesting so bad.
Listen, the reason why this doesn't make sense,
Look at him
Central,
manifesting.
is
Look at him.
because Central, listen, brother, please. The reason why G1, yo, come on, Central, please, let me finish. The reason why
G1 was an egg, not a sperm.
bro. No, that's not what he's saying.
I wasn't even.
He's saying that our existence, the beginning of our existence, started at
conception.
conception. That's what he's telling you.
Yeah, he thought that was a good one. Well, if you weren't the sperm, you must have been the egg. So in Central's mind, David, you have to be a sperm to be a boy, and if you're female, you're an egg.
Okay, guys, everyone watching,
Oh,
sperm and egg combine to produce the zygote, right? That's the first thing that you could actually call you, right? You grow out of that, but oh my goodness. So yeah, you're either a sperm or you're an egg, and if you're a girl, you're an egg, and if you're a boy, you're a sperm.
But I hate to say it, but it makes sense if you're a Muslim. Because how would you know if you're going to have a boy and a girl in Islam, David? What is the way that Muhammad said? Well,
you've got the male sperm and the female sperm, and then whichever one rises to the top. So they come together, and then whichever one rises to the top, that decides whether it's a boy or a girl. Now, could the egg be the female sperm that they're talking about? No, because you see it. You see it. You talk about seeing it.
Oh, Central, I was trying to help you out, man. I was trying to help you out, and even that ain't even gonna work, my friend. There is no way that you can say girls are eggs and boys are sperm. I was trying to help him out, David. I was trying to find an out for Central. I just couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. Oh,
Maybe he's right. Maybe he didn't get all the genetics that he needed, and that's why he's this dumb. I don't know.
Oh, all right. Let's continue, Central, because you haven't even got to the finishing point yet.
Okay, so again, I'll ask, where you want the sperm drop?
There was no him. There was no him when it was a
I
sperm.
said no,
dumbass.
no, because that implies.
There you go. There was no him when it was a sperm drop.
Because
That is
me
correct.
being me, right, my individuality, right, comes to be when the sperm, right, and the egg meet. So at the moment of conception, that's when I begin to exist. So you asking me, right, did I exist as a sperm implies
Brother,
that
what
my
the hell are
beginning-
you saying?
See, look, he doesn't get it.
I'm telling you,
What
I'm telling you,
So,
what you
so
said
the
makes no
sperm
sense.
that was in your mom's stomach, respectfully, that's not you?
No,
was
I already
in
told
her
you that. He
stomach?
The
asked- he
sperm
asked me
that
the
grew
question.
into your mother's stomach.
Okay. All right. Central. You're talking about sperm being in a woman's stomach. Okay, that can happen, but that's not going to become a human being at all. All right. It has to go in. It has to go somewhere else. It has to go somewhere else, buddy.
Oh, I'm feeling weak over this one. I am feeling weak over this one. So Central Dawah, he was that sperm. He was like, look at me, I'm fast as boy. He was running all over his mama's belly. Central. It almost makes sense that your mother would have swallowed at that point, because that's the only way you're gonna get it in the belly. I don't know what these people. I do not know what these people. Oh, Central. Back in the day, you know what? I'm not even gonna go that far. I'm just gonna say this is almost a waste of breath, Central. You're almost taking up people's oxygen in this world right now, making statements like this. Oh my. Oh my. All right. And it's not even over yet, y'all. Like, if you thought that you've heard it all, it's not over. So Central, so far in one discussion with these three Christians, has admitted that he is the first and the last. He's also said that angels, of course, and prophets are eternal, and that they are life givers as well. And now he's saying that he was a sperm. Now I'm not sure if he would have been the sperm that would have been in his dad, or the one that would have been created between the rib and the backbone of the female.
Well, somehow it ended up in his mom's stomach.
Somehow it did end up in her stomach, and he was rooting around in there for a while, and then but I mean, notice the problem here, right? Because it goes into your stomach. How's it get out of your stomach? How were you born, Central? Your mom either would have had to throw it up, or it would have to go through her intestines and out her behind eventually. Take your pick, Central. You were either vomited out or you were crapped out, according to your theory of how babies are made. Are you trying to say that Central was a bum baby?
Unless his mom threw him up, but if he was in her stomach, that it's basically two ways out of the stomach.
Oh.
Two directions you can go out of the stomach.
Oh, sorry. Let's get back into this, because Central definitely ain't helping himself out today.
Like, that's not you.
I already told you, no. That's
So who
I'm
is
not the
it?
sperm.
So who is it?
It's not anyone. It's not.
Okay, did you develop from a sperm into a human?
Did I develop into a sperm into a human?
No. Did you
By
develop
itself?
from
No.
a?
No.
began, his existence,
Okay.
his existence, and everyone's existence began at the moment of conception, bro.
So essentially,
Right.
you're saying humans are created.
Yo,
from this
nah.
stuff.
Exactly.
When it's
At
when
the
when
moment
it's
of
just
conception.
sperm, it's not you yet in any sense. It's not. You don't exist yet. You don't exist. Sperm has to enter the egg. That's when you can say that's you at a very, very early stage. Before that, the sperm isn't you and the egg isn't you.
Nope. And the sperm is definitely not boy, and the egg being a girl. You definitely got that one totally wrong, Central.
Yeah,
You may
it's
want
actually it's the sperm that, I don't want to say decides, but determines whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. Because in that sperm, it's either carrying the X chromosome or the Y chromosome, the X sex chromosome or the Y sex chromosome.
exactly. And normally when you bring up Nadir Ahmed, I would have to disagree with you, Thaddeus. But in this sentence that you just said right here, I think that I actually have to agree with you. He says, I must admit, Nadir is not this dumb. I think that that's true right there. I'm pretty sure that Nadir Ahmed would at least realize that he is not a sperm. I would assume that Nadir would make that statement. So, you know what? I'm with you on that one, Thaddeus. You is right. Let's get back to Mr. Central Dawah.
Nah, I'm out. Well, you Christians are half-ass backwards, bro. You were an egg and then you developed into a human. You were an egg, not a sperm, and then you were a human. Yo, Chad, we out.
You were an egg, and then you're a human. You weren't a sperm. That doesn't even work either. And like he's talking like he's so confident right now. He like, we out, chat. It's almost like he made a mic drop right there and he's like, we out. Oh, I done cooked this whole lineup right here.
And by the way, that's another common thing you see from the TikTok Dawah crowd is they'll say something completely stupid. Someone will correct them. And then they'll start laughing hysterically at what the person said and talking about how the person is ignorant and stupid and got baked. And the only reason they can get away with it is because the people listening to them and following are even dumber than they are. So the other people just, oh, wow, he's saying the other person got baked. So yeah, he must be baking the person, because they don't know, right? They don't even understand what anyone's talking about right now. I mean, they understand this talking about like how human beings develop and stuff like that. But as far as like who's correct, they have no clue. And they just go with their Dawah person. And they don't realize like how stupid this sounds to anyone who paid the slightest bit of attention in high school biology.
Of course, his prophet nor any of the others would have been able to answer it either. But let's go ahead, Central, because we know you ain't running. You got to say a few more stupid things before you leave.
Wait, hold on, calm down, bro. Wait, so Central Dawah, is a woman a sperm in your position or did egg?
G1, you got cooked. Dion, you got belted.
Brother, this is going to be posted. This is going to be posted.
Post it.
I'm going to post this.
Please post
We're going to post you thinking you were once a sperm. You think you were once a sperm.
Please post it. Please post it. Look, they're bait. They're bait.
Hey, yo, G1, his existence began when his father hit puberty.
Muslims, we out. Muslim, hey.
Central's existence began when his daddy hit puberty. So he'd been just sitting around hanging out with his dad for a bunch of years. And then all of a sudden, bam, it was go time, Central. And you was on the race and you made it there first. Good job, Central. Hey, at least we got to give you credit for winning one race. Anyway.
And from an Islamic perspective, keep in mind, Muhammad was this dumb too, because he said, you know, we were all in Adam's backbone. So we're all there. We're all there, because keep in mind the sperm comes from the backbone. And so all of us were at one point in Adam's backbone. So
remember though, didn't Allah speak to us even when we were in the loin of Adam?
Yep.
And didn't we say that we were going to submit to him?
We did. We were there.
So
we were conscious in Adam. Mm-hmm.
So technically, if you take into the Islamic theology, is Central Dawah representing Islam properly in this discussion?
He's got a point,
because he's saying that he is a sperm. You know what? His God said he was a sperm and that he was speaking while he was a sperm.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, maybe we can't blame Central Dawah for the sperm thing. We can blame his God, but we can't blame him for the shirk. That was all him, though, wasn't it, David?
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of rough because, you know, they affirm Jesus as a prophet, so you kind of have to go with what Jesus said. So if Jesus calls himself the first and the last, then you either have to agree that he's God, or you have to say, oh, maybe it means something much milder, and then you can say it about yourself or something like that. But I mean, just seriously dangerous ground there, and they don't seem to care.
Not at all. Not at all. And for y'all sticking around, I've got 2 live streams tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be doing a live stream before the God Logic live stream. I will be reviewing this discussion that he had, that he just uploaded the video earlier today. It was the angry Muslim that ended up kicking him off the TikTok. I will be going through and reviewing that because that was a really good discussion. And then tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you may have a live stream, but not on my channel. Not on my channel. I may be visiting somebody tomorrow that goes live right around that time, about 3 times a week. Now, we may know who that is. But Thursday, I'm going to go through another debate, y'all. Another debate I will be going through on Thursday. So let me go ahead and bring it up here. I'm just going to give you a
Come back. Come here.
I'm going to give you a sneak peek of who is actually debating, because I don't think David has actually said or heard of this, and I didn't tell him before we went live. But do you know, David, that the greatest Islamic apologist of all time, the one that has taught every Da'i their argument, that has raised them up since birth, has had a debate?
Oh, yeah?
You know that I'm talking about Dr. Malik, of course, right?
Malik did a debate?
He did a debate against a Christian sister of ours called Sister Tiger.
I thought I thought he said he wasn't debating anymore. Well, I guess Central said that too, and now okay. You just can't. It seems like you can't take anything these guys say seriously at all.
You can't take anything they say seriously. So I'm going to review the Malik versus Tiger debate coming up Thursday. And with saying that, though, y'all, we're running down on a live stream. I do have quite a bit of super chats to read here. David, you're more than welcome to stay with me live. You'd like, you can leave at any point in time if you'd like. You want to give your last final thoughts as well.
I'll stick around for the super chats.
Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead and get through some of them here. We got loaves of bread in the building. He says, need a series on debate terms. Start with hypothetical. Okay. All right. We can do that. We got Phil in the building. Salam al-Masih, brother. He says, Central equals another amazing Christian apologist. I guess he needs to retire. Bro's hanging around like Aaron Rodgers. Let it go, brother. Let it go. That's right. It's almost worse than Aaron Rodgers. Like somebody's like he does not have any friends in his life to allow him to keep doing what he's doing. Like I have friends in my life. If I'm not doing something right, they're gonna be like, you know what, Chris? Smarten up, man. Like you is messing up. You done messed up right here. They don't have that.
Well, it's kind of different. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Central is not good at anything at all, ever. I think with Aaron Rodgers, and I say this because Steelers are my team, and so
I see.
I think with him, I think you'd love to go out on a high note, and so it's in your head. Maybe I can go out there and
one more time,
one final hurrah. And I think he's probably thinking that last year didn't work out, but then okay, maybe this year if we just get extra good linemen and another guy on defense and another guy to maybe it'll all work out and stuff like that. And yeah,
no.
And what sucks is because we kind of root for the old guys. That's why like Top Gun Maverick did so well. People like their hero from the 80s to actually the old guy who's got all the experience versus the young guys who are young, but they don't have all that experience. We like seeing the old guy somehow pull it off and win. So it's this weird situation where if somehow he pulled it off, it would be like legendary story, but probably not going to happen.
It's probably not going to. And I'm under the understanding that I'm a Cowboys fan, and we have Dak Prescott. I think that we need to he should have retired years ago. I don't even like being a Cowboys fan right now with Dak Prescott behind. But hey, it is what it is. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a ride with them, even though they're not doing very good right now. And I'm kind of used to that too, because y'all did see my hat a little earlier. I do have Toronto Maple Leafs hat. They haven't actually won the Stanley Cup since 1967. So it's been a few years since they won the Stanley Cup. So hey, we're used to that. We used to that around here. Hey, Salam Mama C, we got Danny Davis in the building. That's another one of my milk brothers. So me, Big Brother Scott, and Danny Davis are the original milk brothers of the Salam Mama C group. So Salam Mama C to you, brother. He says, Salam Mama C, my milk brother. Can't believe that you got that Abdul to say Muhammad is Lord. That'll make the June Dawah disaster for sure. Now, I know you don't know what he's talking about, but an hour before or maybe 2 hours before we started this live stream, I was actually over on TikTok debating earlier today. So a friend of ours named Duran Dorsey, he opens up his lives where he has like 400 or 500, 600 people. He'll bring up 3 or 4 Christians, 3 or 4 heretics or Muslims, and then he'll have a one-on-one battle between 2 people. The Muslim will have 8 minutes to question the Christian. The Christian has 8 minutes to question the Muslim. So I got to have my one-on-one with a Muslim today. And did you know, David, that as a Muslim, you can call Muhammad your El-Rab?
My gut reaction would be no, but now that I'm hearing all the new, you can, Jesus is the truth. And, hey, I'm the first and the last. It's like, oh, okay. If we just get to toss these things around like it's nothing, then I guess you can call Muhammad, El-Rab.
Yeah, so he actually and he's like, no, yeah, I can call Muhammad the Lord, no problem. I can use the English words. I'm not Arabic. I was like, no, I want you to specifically say that Muhammad is your El-Rab, and he said it. I'm like, man,
you might need a monthly shirk review.
Hey, you know what I might do, because Avery has his book. And he's got his book reviews, right? So I may have to have my shirk reviews.
Your shirk book, yeah.
Yep. So I'll have my Shirk book, and we'll do Shirk reviews from the Shirk book like Avery's got. So we all need a book. I'm just saying.
By the way, super smart the way Avery does it, because you know you do live streams and make videos and stuff like that. It's like, you know, if you get to like December or something like that and you want to review what happened during the year, that's like, how do you go back through all that stuff? Well, he's actually, okay, this guy said this, it's on this date, and here's the timestamp of the video we're in it. By the end of the year, he's got it. He knows where everything is. He knows where all these stupid things were.
And all he's got to do is send that to his editor, and I guarantee within a few hours, within the same day, I bet you they have the video ready to review in December, right? Now, if it was like me or you, where we're not keeping track, we ain't doing a review like that.
I don't remember stuff that happened like last month, right?
Now, and I ain't gonna go through the videos to try to find it either.
Yeah.
Like if somebody else wants to do it and get the timestamps for me and send me the timestamps, we talking now. But I'm not gonna go back through all those videos and what. No, I ain't doing that. So we got do circular reasoning, be stupid. Troll is most merciful.
Instead of circular, we got shirkular.
That's right. Instead of stupid, I thought it was going to be stone bid, but hey, we'll leave it the way it is. And then we got the next one in HCR, Salam Amasi. Dyer, Wood must debate Nordine on Choo Choo and Majuj and not get eviscerated. Then I will accept his debate on the one true church. Man, Nordine, you are you're known around. You are known around. As soon as I saw your super chat come in, because I'm a regular on David's YouTube channel when he's live, I already knew what you was about to say. And I also knew what Jay also said to you. So I just wanted to reiterate that to you. We got Timmer 710, new member. Salam Amasi. Thank you so much for becoming a member to the One Way Apologetics team. Roberto Brooks, Salam Amasi, says, okay, David and Chris, stop making Central look stupid. We didn't do nothing.
Yep.
We allowed him to make himself look stupid.
He did the stupid part all by himself.
Hey, you know what it is, though, David? That was probably AI. He's probably going to come up in about a week and be like, oh, my God, AI is so good. It actually showed me on a panel saying that I was a sperm. I could see Central saying that. I honestly could. GV says, David, why you running from the root beer float debate? You're supposed to debate everyone on everything. Why you running, bro? Mug or A&W?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's still running. He is still running. Hey, you stay on him too. You stay on him. I would say each live stream, just pose that question again, because I guarantee you will get an answer eventually. Loaves of Bread in the building says in 1979, Doc, aliens depicted how CD's people are born. That would be Central Dawah. And how's that? Through the probing, isn't it, Loaves? All right. So,
talk about the movie Alien.
That's it. The 1979 movie Alien, though.
Yeah, they would bust out of the chest, though.
Yeah, it wasn't the belly; it was the chest.
They're even called chest bursters.
That's the original. And now the one back in 1979, like that messed up a lot of people back in the day. Like, we had some scary movies back in the day. You want to look at scary movies today to, like, 40 years ago when they was bringing out scary movies? Man, and our parents would make us watch them, like, seconds before we went to bed. Man, it was like torture back then. I don't even like scary movies anymore. My wife and children like to go watch them. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I got no reason to watch them anymore. But anyway, with saying that though, this is the end of the live stream. David, is there anything that you would like to tell anyone out there? Any last thoughts on the live stream today?
We got a lot of work to do, guys. There's a lot of stupidity out there. Everyone's got to learn. And I just brought this up too, but I mean, you see what we're up against here, right? So we tend to think, oh, we'll have good arguments and learn the evidence and be able to share that and stuff. We're up against a lot of stupidity. And so lots of hard work, guys, lots of hard work.
Amen. Amen. Hey,
But the point there was, guys, it's not just like Chris or people on YouTube or TikTok or something like that. At the end of the day, the best scenario is when you are talking to a Muslim that you know, because lots of this stuff takes lots of time. It could take years to get someone to see how insanely wrong Islam is, and that just works best when you actually know someone. So go onto YouTube and TikTok and watch the apologists to learn the material. But what really makes the difference is when people are out there sharing the stuff.
Amen. Amen. And that actually brings me into not this comment that's on the screen, because that's it. Muslims need to be funding the Leering centers because most Muslims can't spell. Did you see that? The one Somali lady in the States actually just said that it was a spelling error, the Leering center that they had instead of the Learning center.
Yeah, well, I was more interested in the fact they said we need to be funding the Leering centers, but it's like, we are. That's the point. Right? We were all funding the Leering centers. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
that was our tax money being spent on nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say we already were.
Mm-hmm.
And with saying that, y'all, you know that One Way Apologetics is trying to get a full-time ministry. The Patreon link is into the description. If you'd like to see One Way Apologetics as a full-time ministry doing street apologetics here in Canada, because I do believe that Canada is a much-needed place for street apologetics. Right now, we only have David Lynn that's going around, and I would like to be the next one that's going around. And in saying that, I did start also a Give, Send, Go. On August 1st, my family will be moving. I will not be giving the new address out, but my family will be moving. It is a 4-bedroom house that we will be moving to, which allows me to have a studio. So I have put up a Give, Send, Go so that I can to get the money for the studio, also the street apologetics and things to that nature. Roughly about a month and a half ago, we lost our other vehicle. So there are just certain things that we have to get back together so that I can get back to doing street apologetics, get back up to Toronto and things to that nature. I wanted to try to get up to the World Cup, which is okay because we're going to do a lot more live streams, and I'm going to do a few streams down here in the area that I live in. But if you would like to support the ministry or to support the new studio, the Give, Send, Go link is in the description, and also the Patreon link is in the description as well. And with saying that, y'all, thank you all so much for showing up. David, you're not going live with anybody else later today, are you?
AP said he wanted to go live at 8 p.m., but he's kind of a coin flip on. He changes his mind a lot. But as of the last I heard from him, yeah, we're supposed to be going live at 8.
All right, y'all. So you all know what we doing at 8 o'clock. We will be over at the Apostate Prophets live stream watching it. And now I'm one of the few people that is going to say this. You know what, AP? You are really lucky because 3 to 4 years ago, me and you almost had our debate. I was trying to challenge you when you was an atheist on Christianity because I knew that you was going to be close. But I'm glad that we didn't have the debate. So I am glad that he is Christian now. But I did remember 3 or 4 years ago that I did challenge AP to a debate when he was an atheist, and he did accept it. We just didn't get around to working out the details or where the debate would be. So In saying that, though, I will be over at AP's channel watching him because he is a brother in Christ now. And God bless each and every one of you. And with saying that, y'all, you know how we do it around here. We just read, man. We just read.
I will not enable your silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, trying to give you a breakthrough. Cause it one way, Jesus is God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics. Salam, Mama, see y'all, Jesus is God. You can try to change my mind if you think that's haram. Don't manifest on me, buddy, just be still and be calm. Cause today I'm gonna teach you about the real of Islam. Just keep it yasir and I'll make you a kafir. Hus gon' be kabir, habibi should be shakir. Who's the one true God? Yours cannot compare. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, why I have no fear. Hey, step up and see if all the energy remains. Spend your days in the mental gym and never see no gains. I'm yet to see the evidence to represent your claims. Now I'm starting to think everything you ever said is strange. The scriptures that I'm reading don't need anyone to change. Anything they say so you don't get to run away. Just know that I'ma hold you to whatever you might say. And God is great, I'm ready for you any time of day. I will not enable your silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, trying to give you a breakthrough. Cause it's one way, Jesus God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless. Be not afraid, I'm a man of respect. I love the Lord in his hand I project. That's why your ignorance has no effect. And why you ain't sinking your fangs in my neck. You vipers have wisdom, but you lack the innocence. Islam ain't blissful when you have to live in it. Y'all go against the verse if you ain't feeling it. Make up excuses to add something into it. We not the same, his word is the proof. The facts that you lacking, I'm packing the boot. You panic attacking, I'm slapping with truth. And that's why you have to react like you knew. But we don't have children to marry for one. And we don't have orders to hurt anyone. I know your demons are hurt cause we won. But you can be free if you turn to God's son. Not a neighbor, you silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, make no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, trying to give you a breakthrough. Cause it's one way, Jesus is God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless.
You know I usually shut it down here, but I forgot. I forgot a super chat, and you know I'm not going to allow these super chats to go unread, especially when somebody wants to donate their hard-earned money to me. I will not let it pass. I'll come back and read that super chat for you. So echoing Salam Al-Masih, thank you so much for the support. Muslims, my point may point to loins of Abraham. Thoughts? I'm just saying you is right on that one. And Salam Al-Masih, God bless each and every one of you, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless y'all.